In my last video where I was accused of locking a passenger in my car among other salacious accusations, we went through the dash cam footage and despite what we learned, Lyft has gotten back to me with a decision on my account. So it has been decided by Lyft, even after I gave them the dash cam footage, that I am a fantastic driver and that I deserve my account back because the things that I was accused of are fake, untrue, unfounded. Your boy beat the system, a bad system, but I beat it. So let's see how Lyft responded. Hi Tristan, just to let you know, I have received the video and will review it as soon as possible. Thank you for following up on the matter and your patience. I sent that to him at 9:53, and less than an hour later, he got back to me with his response. I have reviewed the video and would like to thank you for providing us with additional information regarding the incident. After detailed review of the evidence sent, we have elected to reactivate your account. Please know that conflicting details you have brought to our attention have been reviewed and that I have followed up with the driver/passenger to address this matter and ensure the safety of our community. The fact that this says driver/passenger makes me feel like this is a little copy and paste. Lastly, I want to thank you for your cooperation and patience as well as being an excellent driver. Told you, you think I'm an excellent driver. I told you guys. Please let me know if you have any additional questions or concerns. To that, I didn't even respond for weeks. I was satisfied with the outcome. However, I knew that you guys wouldn't be satisfied unless you guys knew what happened to the passenger. So I asked. I sent a short email saying, whatever happened to the passenger who reported me? I'd like to know what actions were taken if possible. To which I got a pretty quick response, but it's not gonna make you guys happy. Thank you for taking the time to respond and provide feedback. As you know, safety is paramount to everything that we do here, so we take these kinds of reports very seriously. It's our policy to follow up with all concerning feedback that we receive and take the opportunity to remind our community of safety policies. It's a whole lot of words to say a whole lot of nothing. The specific information is part of our internal process, and due to Lyft's privacy policy, I am not able to disclose the specific actions I have taken. However, I can assure you that the concern has been addressed and I will be taking the necessary corrective actions to ensure the situation won't happen again to another person. Please know that your feedback has been received, and should you have any further questions, respond to this email. You know, that's within the realms of expectations. However, there's nothing Lyft can do permanently to keep the rider who accused me off the platform. These riders, they don't have to do any type of ID verification, which means if someone is banned for something on Lyft today as a passenger, tomorrow they can go spin up a new account, use a new debit card, and have their Lyft account back. And I spoke about this a little in the past about how Lyft favors their passengers, because it would be very easy for them to require ID identification. So I don't think it would be anything crazy if they were just to have a department that verifies that these people are who they are and create a ban list off of that information. Like, I probably drive the most in Charleston. I probably take the most rides. I'm most likely to run into this passenger again compared to someone else. So it's a huge problem, and it builds into why we can't be Lyft drivers much longer. So I first tried being a Lyft driver back in October 2020. That was in the middle of the pandemic. That same year, I had 3 other jobs. I was a district manager for the kitchen section of Parker's Kitchen. I was a store manager for Pizza Hut, and I was a warehouse associate for Amazon. When you add all of those up together, I made over $100,000 that year. But I decided I would quit all of those jobs to try my hand at doing gig work, which includes DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, Lyft, and things of that nature. Now, the reason I quit all of those jobs is because I wanted to go back into the computer science field. That's what I studied in college, even though I didn't finish. Problem is, the boot camp that I signed up to was a 6-month boot camp, and it went from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and that doesn't even include the amount of time I had to spend learning the new material, which was about 30 to 40 hours outside of that time frame. Now, being the awesome person I thought I was, I thought I'd be able to do that program while maintaining my bills while driving with Lyft. And I learned the hard way that I couldn't. So what I decided to do instead was to pause the coding bootcamp, pay down all of my debts, and then save up 6 months of expenses so that I could do this program without worrying about anything else. And I'm very proud to say that in just a couple more months, I'm actually going to be debt free. However, I don't plan on going back to the coding bootcamp, and we'll get into that later. For now, I really want to emphasize that I didn't just wake up one day and quit all of my responsibilities to go and be a Lyft driver. I tested it. It's always a good idea to make sure the boat is close enough to the dock before you're ready to jump. But here's the problem I'm seeing with a lot of rideshare drivers who have successfully jumped from the dock to the boat. You're still on the boat. Driving for Lyft or Uber, it's not a good career. Sure, you can make some really good money. There's no doubt about it, right? I have a video where I show you how to make $300 in one ride. I have a video where I show you how to make $500 in one day. I even have a video where I show you how to make $3,000 in 1 week. And I'm currently working on a video where I tried to make $10,000 in 28 days. So if I'm able to make $120,000 a year, how the hell can I sit here and tell you that driving for Uber and Lyft isn't a good career? That's because, as we've learned recently, you can get booted off the platform on a whim, on a passenger's whim. And on top of that, it requires you to sit in that seat the entire time to make that $120,000. Let me explain. Smart money is when you set your life up to be able to make money during your downtime without you having to do much or without you having to do anything at all. You absolutely cannot do that with Uber or Lyft. And that's because rideshare, while it can be good money, it's not smart money. And smart money is what we're after in order to help us unlock our future potential. And so I want to treat all of my gig workers out there, my rideshare drivers, my DoorDashers, my Lyfters, my Uberers, to use all of these platforms as a launch pad to purposeful, meaningful work. So I'm going to put down an example of what my next step will be that will help me achieve more purposeful, meaningful, and smart work. Once I'm out of debt in a few months, I plan on buying a hybrid car in cash. That means I will have 2 paid off cars, the hybrid car and the Jetta that I'm currently using for Lyft and Uber. I would then use the hybrid car to continue driving for Lyft and Uber, and then I'm going to put the Volkswagen on an app called Turo. If you don't know what Turo is, it's an app that allows regular people like me and you to rent our cars to other regular people like me and you. Hopefully, they're regular people. It's similar to Airbnb, but for cars. Doing this will help me buy back time for myself so that I no longer have to do the things that I have to do, and instead, I can do the things that I want to do as far as making money is concerned. Right now, for me, what I really want to do is to put more effort into connecting with my subscribers who are like-minded, who want to achieve this financial freedom that I'm seeking for myself. I want to take a journey to financial peace, and I want you guys to come with me. When I become debt-free, I've already done the math. My living expenses, including gas, food, light, mortgage, all of that, will be underneath $900. Between my YouTube and potential Turo income, I could actually be done with Lyft once I'm at that level. And that would put me in a position to where I wouldn't even have to drive Lyft if I didn't want to. I could rely on my YouTube and Turo income. And if you want to be there too, one of the best ways you can reduce your reliance on apps like Uber or Lyft is to check out my video on how I made $500 in 1 day so that you can be $500 closer to achieving your goals and your dreams. I'm here to support you. I see you in the next one. Peace.